Are you okay? Oh, come on. This is nothing. Really? Yeah. You don't look okay. It was just before the end of elementary school. Junpei and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill looking down at the town as the sun slowly set. How does it look then? It was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first. Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got words, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing. What does that even mean? Junpei grinned and... Ow, 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 ow! See, I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't be 5 8th graders, Junpei. That's crazy. Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something. Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing is a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building, keys in the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I are all squeezed into the back seat here. Still can't believe we let her drive. Woohoo! This is so fun. This is so awesome. Driving is so great when there's nothing around. And there's no speed limit. Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, alright? This car jumps even a little and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death. Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, alright? Suck it up. Why don't you drive, Seven? I'm a cop. I ain't gotta break the law. I wanna break the law. Breaking the law, breaking the law. He doesn't have an international license. Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat. Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. Clover, there's no need to slow down. Car Santa and 6 RN should be somewhere down this road ahead of us. Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it. And we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we? Sure thing. Oh, damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast. Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. Sure throwing up a lot of dust. It was a couple hours after we run into junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenched to kitten in gasoline. The moment we saw that, what they were doing, Juppie ran up to them, furious. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could. Help me, officer, please. You've got to come with me. The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Junpei, sprawled on the ground with the face covered in big swelling lumps. You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me? I asked him. He stuck his tongue out, through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out. Yeah, I guess I coulda. Then why didn't you? I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good. Because of what they were doing to the kitty? Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester, remember? Oh, you mean the bunnies? Yeah, the bunnies. He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into the wind. They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. Then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbit. I couldn't forgive him for that, so Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get. Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do. Like Ace. Well, I guess I should say Kentaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary project? Anybody? Any ideas? Why don't you ask him yourself? Oh yeah, I guess I could. He's still in the trunk, I assume. Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. Well, might as well have a little chat with the old man. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. It looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore. Hey, were you listening to us? Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't. Let's get that tape off your mouth. Come on, I know you were. Answer me. You should at least look at me when you talk, man. I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought that if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces. By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others. That's it? Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you're looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness. I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on. Alright, so what's your second question? You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you? Well, somebody's a little nosy. Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that? Well, see, 9 years ago after I escaped the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Gordain and Alice. You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature? Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk. But you gotta behave. What? Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library in the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Mandragora, of the family whatever. I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Soberil. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we quickly grew. This is going to go on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongo. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride. Here, this is for you. What is this? This is a for you doll. His name is Junpei. Junpei pulled something out of his pocket and shoved his arm toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit in his palm. Junpei, you sure it's a for you doll? Uh-huh. Yeah, the lady at the shop said so. But that means it's for you, right? Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll? What? That's oh man. Oh man. Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right? Yeah. I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then. Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden. You know how after June we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd, oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then? Okay. So I wanted to give this to you. You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie. Yes, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. So I give this, it me, so we always together. Oh, Junpei. If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take. I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently. Thank you. Thank you so much, Junpei. Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell onto June's tiny yarn body. Oh, Junpei, I'll never forget you. I promise. Junpei looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words. I'll never forget you either. The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat, bathed in warm light of evening, just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one, the lights of the town began to flicker on. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now, is June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense. He's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or, wait, maybe that's not it at all. There's one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No way. He couldn't. Hey, look, over there. There's somebody next to the road. Huh? What? Hi, Alice. The burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was.